Alright, this video we're going to take a look at getting equations for lines that are perpendicular to each other. From the discovery activity yesterday that we did in class, we know lines are perpendicular if they intersect at a 90-degree angle. The other main thing is their slopes. Their slopes, now this isn't going to be as easy as parallel lines. Don't get this mixed up with parallel lines. Perpendicular lines, they have opposite signs, and they're the reciprocal fractions of each other. So another way to explain it, they're opposite reciprocal. So the example that's given, this line, the slope's 2/3. So the slope of a line that's going to be perpendicular to it, I flip the 2/3, make it 3/2, and then make it negative. So see how 2/3 and negative 3/2, they're the opposite reciprocal of each other. So when you do perpendicular lines, don't keep the same slope, right? Don't get it mixed up with parallel lines. This is the main thing, that they're opposites and reciprocal fractions of each other. Because that's going to be the first step, and then everything else is the same. We're going to go from point slope form to slope intercept form. All right, let's do number 3. So let's move this down, make it a little bit bigger. All right, here we go. So we want to write an equation of a line in both point slope and slope intercept form, and what's given to us is that the line is perpendicular to this, y equals 2x minus 1. Here's the main thing. For this line, m equals 2. That's pretty easy. But if I want to find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to this, I want to take the opposite reciprocal of 2. Well, 2 is the same as 2/1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the reciprocal of 2/1. So I just switch this and make it 1/2. And then I take the opposite, so I make it negative. So there's a little bit of work there. So the opposite reciprocal of 2 is this, negative 1/2. Then from there I have everything. I have the slope of the line that I want to find, and the line that the point that it passes through is 1, 2. So 1's x sub 1, 2 is y sub 1. So I have a point and I have a slope, so I can easily take that and put it in point slope form. So when I do part A, I'm going to have y minus y sub 1, which is this, it's the 2, equals m, which we figured out for this has to be negative 1/2, times the quantity of x minus x sub 1, and x sub 1 is this 1. So just like that, I have it in point slope form. And then I want to get y by itself, so I'll put a little check mark. I did it in point slope form. So to get it in slope intercept form, I'm going to bring down the y minus 2. I want to get rid of the parentheses by distributing negative 1/2. So negative 1/2 times that x is just negative 1/2 x. And then negative 1/2 times negative 1, the two negatives cancel, and it's just going to give me positive 1/2. And then the last step, to get y by itself, I add this 2 to both sides, so I have y equals, I add 2 here, and I have y equals negative 1/2 x, and then this, the 1/2 plus 2, I could just leave it as 2.5, or 2.5. And there's part B, where I got the equation of line that's in slope-intercept form. Okay, and notice how I still have this m as negative 1/2. All right? So let's do one more. Let's do, let's just do the first part for number 4. I'm not going to do all of it, because we know how to go from point slope to slope intercept form. We're only going to do the first step for number 4. Okay, for number 4, it says that the line's perpendicular to the line y equals 1/4 x minus 3. So I noticed that's the slope, 1/4. To find the slope of a line that's perpendicular to that, I flip the 1/4, which really just gives me 4/1, and I take the opposite of it, so the slope's negative 4. So that's the first step. There's the slope. This 4 is going to be x sub 1, this y is going to be y sub 1, and then you have everything you need. So just don't get this confused with parallel lines. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes of each other. Use that, and then you can easily get at the point slope and then the slope intercept form.